Ooh, the coffee is good this morning. Hello, people. 20th of June, Monday. Hope you had a good Father's Day. Hope you had a good weekend. Besides some sadness for thinking about my brother, because yesterday would have been his 65th birthday. Had an incredible weekend. I'm still on a natural high from the gig Friday night with David Nance Mode Sound. Part of it is the response from the audience afterwards. Part of it is just knowing how well we played. There's just a couple of really short clips on Instagram, and it's there to be heard. But even the other band members, in a group message, drummer Kevin was sharing yesterday how he was still flying high from the feeling, because David Nance Band has been around for a bit, but it's never been this tight. I'm glad that I'm helping take it to another level. It does have to do with how I play with the drummer. They've never had a real bass player. They've had some nice people play bass, friends and everything, but so I'm just still floating from that. And it helped even more when I got paid yesterday. I knew we did well, but we did well, and it pretty much covered my record purchases on Saturday. That was real nice. I'm going to talk about a couple of the records I bought, because I got a couple of really good ones. I showed you already, but after listening to them, it's like, okay. Hello, Stephanie. Hello, Kareem. Hello, twins, Gabrielle and Devin. Hello, friends. Hello, everyone. Those pictures from this weekend, Stephanie, thank you so much for sending them. The couple of pictures of you and Floyd together are just excellent. I love what's coming through those pictures, the joy. So I spent some good listening time Saturday and Sunday, besides doing some visiting and getting outside. And that's the other thing that I gotta say is, I don't go out in public a whole lot except for my usual things. So it is extremely gratifying, and I don't mind sharing it, how much I'm recognized these days by people I don't know, and the regard they have for me. It's very... Our parents would be so proud. Stephanie, Kareem, your grandparents, they would be so proud. It still kind of stuns me, For example, Saturday morning before going to record store day, I went to the farmer's market in the old market, and could barely get through the crowd being recognized and shouted out. It feels wonderful. It really does. So musically, I picked up the new project by Johnny Greenwood and Tom York with the drummer from Sons of Kemet. They broke it up. The Smile. This is not a side project of Radiohead. This is not Radiohead Mark II. This is not Radiohead at all. This is fantastic. And I gotta hand it to Tom and Johnny. They're real. They're in it for the art. This is fantastic. I got the limited edition yellow vinyl, and it's beautiful. And it's really well cut. It's quiet. This brings in the cinematic aspects of what Johnny and Tom have been doing in recent years. The songwriting, and then they do what I like about Sakamoto and Tony Banks of Genesis. They go for these chords, they go for these changes that you're not expecting. I love that. This is incredibly excellent, 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 wonderful listen. Wow. And I catch some of what he's saying, just enough that it has total context, even without listening to all the words. There's total context to what's going on in the world today and how I'm feeling about things. This was an outstanding buy. This is excellent. The other excellent, totally, man, this is like definitely top record of the year so far. Elizabeth Fraser's Son's Signature. This is like an EP, like half an album's worth of material. This is gorgeous. She has the voice of an angel. The music is fantastic. I thought I recognized it, and then when I looked in the credits and saw that indeed it is Steve Hackett on guitar to great effect. What a marriage of his beautiful lyrical playing and her angelic voice. The other thing that's so fantastic about this is that she lets Steve do what Steve does, and it brings a breath of the old Genesis flavor, and it's welcome, and it sounds excellent. The last track in particular, where he's playing a nylon string, Make Lovely the Day. Perfect title for that song. It's like it's coming down from the skies. I can't enthuse about this album, half album, whatever you want to call it. Son's Signature. I missed out on the record store drop of Steve Hackett's Tokyo tapes. But I already have that music on DVD, so I got the new music. This is incredibly excellent. I could go on, okay? Excellent. Excellent. I could just go on. I could. I put a bunch of stuff away because it was really piling up. But I want to share that the miles is worth it. This is he had released an edit from this before on Decoy, and particularly like John Scofield on this album, the guitarist. This is well worth the pickup. Well worth it. Well worth it. I put a bunch of stuff away. I did. One used album I got at Grapefruit that I'll share because it's interesting is I picked up this reissue of Nurse with Wound, Spiral Insana. Cool cover, but the original cover was just as cool, but not the same as this. Stephen Stapleton and company do stuff that comes off slightly eerie, unsettling. I would describe the sound of this work as it's cut-ups. It's audio cut-ups. There's a lot of strange, jarring juxtapositions. And so, indeed, this does sound a bit like Insanity, or what I would imagine Insanity is. Of course, I think we all have a bit of it. The other thing of note about Nurse with Wound is their use of sound and texture. They do things like work with rubbing surfaces, using machinery and stuff out of context that makes it sound almost electronic, or you'd be wondering, what am I listening to? And then you listen more closely and it's just like a cymbal that's being scratched, or surfaces, vibration. But unsettling, not a real fun listen, but engaging and pioneers of cut-ups, you know, not just sampling, but the way that they put things together, and it's just so like whoa, okay. Couple albums I played because I haven't played them in a while, and I just do that sometimes. Aphex Twin, I Care Because You Do. It's a reissue of it. Really got into this. Interestingly, it starts off with the least interesting idea, because he's a man of ideas, and just got better. Really interesting. Weird cat. Don't know what his trip is. And just decided to play this. What a fantastic progressive rock epic. Godbluff by Graaf Generator. Again, nothing but superlatives to say about this album. The music and the words and the delivery. Very passionate. Very passionate. Very. Okay. Besides that, I've been on a real Meshuggah jag. And particularly watching the DVD from this Nothing. And I like this album too, but Catch 33, I don't have the vinyl. I have the tunes on download. I'd like to get their records on vinyl. They're very collectible now. I only have 2 on vinyl. This is an amazing band. There's no one like them. And I wouldn't even care to hear a band that sounds like Meshuggah, because there's only one Meshuggah. There's a band, Car Bomb, is a band that's working in the same area that I think are on basically the same level of skill and musicianship. These guys are incredible. So powerful. Been around for a long time. Has the lenticular card that comes with it. Pretty cool. I just get into them and want to just play them over and over again. Matter of fact, I was playing some off of Catch 33. It was getting me so much that I had to pull the bass out and play along. Yes, I can play along. Their stuff is at first seemingly hard to count, but then you start to catch the nuances of how they break shit up. They're a fantastic band. Meshuggah. I put a lot of stuff away. Everything else down here I've shown already, have I? I listened more to the Prince. Okay, well, here's one more that I haven't put away that I got used, that I had been wanting, and I was glad that it came in. Manuel Göttsching, the guitarist who was with Ashra Temple. E2, E4. 2 long, cascading compositions that are just wonderful. They just create an atmosphere and a sense of movement. It's just wonderful. Manuel Göttsching. Okay. So, what do we hope for this week? What do I hope for? I'm always wanting to hear some good news, knowing that we won't because of the lay of the land and because of how things are. But I'm always hoping for good things. Hoping for good things for you folks, okay? I'm feeling extremely grateful. Very, very happy. Man. I'll say it again. My parents would be very, very proud.